Instrument and implant demonstration for the fellows. So we have kept a lot of implants and we will be discussing about all these implants and how these implants are used and what are the characteristic features of these particular implants. So I'll ask both of you one by one and you will be telling me, and I'll be adding on if there is anything which is left. So we'll start with this. Can you identify this implant?
This is all inside.
This is an all-inside meniscus repair system from Smith and Nephew. Can you give the name of this device? Focus. So this is a fast fix 360 degrees. Okay, this is fast fix 360 degrees. This is a fast fix flex. So this is a newer generation. So this is earlier to this was a regular fast fix. That was a passive deployment device. So this was Smith and Nephew introduced. This is the first active deployment device which was introduced by Smith and Nephew. So the advantage of this system is you have one fire and then second fire, and this actually fires, and 360 degrees because of this design, because this and this again will come in a straight curved and reverse curved dimensions. Now you can see these holes here. So these holes you can adjust the depth of the penetration. So this can from about 6 to 8 millimeters to about 20 millimeters. So this is the depth of penetration that you can adjust from here, and this will be the two firing. So first firing and then second firing. There will be two peak anchors and this will be fired one by one. So this is called as a fast fix 360 degree system. Fast fix 360 degree. Now an advancement over this is this system. Now this is called as a fast fix flex. So the advantage is this is a rigid, and if you try to bend it, it will break. Now this will bend. So this will bend around 90 degrees, around 80 degrees here and 10 degrees here. So this is given with a bender. So you can bend it, you can use it. Again, this is a depth device. So you can shift the depth up and down here. And then you can again one fire and two fire. So one fire it will be 5 and then you can be bent. So, and this is again available in a curved and a reverse curved fashion. So a curved device will be for the upper leaf of the meniscus, and a reverse curved device will be for the lower leaf of the meniscus. So this is fast fix 360 degree and this is fast fix flex. Both of these are available in market. The earlier generation is now not very much available. That is called as a fast fix. So that was a passive deployment device. So what you need to do is you need to fire it, you need to push it beneath after the meniscus, and then you have to just do maneuver like this. So it will be deploying like this. So it was a passive deployment device. So this is from Smith and Nephew. Now this is a similar device. This is a air plus device. This is from Stryker. So this again has this stopper. So for 15 degrees, 20 degrees again. So it is 14 to 24. You can just alter the depth. It is again has an active deployment mechanism. So one back and one forward first, one back, one forward second. This device has a peak inserter. So the anchor which goes is a peak anchor. Okay. Now this is again a meniscus repair device. This is from Linvatec. This is called as Conmat Linvatec. This is called as a sequent device. Now sequent device is a very unique device among all other meniscus repair device, because this will give you a continuous suture. This will give you an interrupted suture. So it has only two plugs. So 1 and 2 and 1 knot. Okay. So it will give you one suture. This has 7 shots. So it has 7 loaded devices. So peak devices 7 are loaded, and one is 3 shot and one is 7 shot. 2 types are available. And this is technically a little bit challenging, but it will give you a running stitch. So like this running stitch you can take. So 7 shots are there. So you can take 6 stitch. It has 2 shots, so only 1 stitch can be taken. So this is 7 stitch and 7 shots and 3 shots. 3 shots will take 2 stitch, 7 shots will take 6 stitch. So this is the only meniscal repair device which is available in the market, which is a continuous deployment device. So it is a continuous meniscus repair device. Okay, so this is called as sequent. So these all devices are based on a peak anchor. Okay. Now these are the two devices, this one and the other one is this one. Okay, these are little bit different. So this is called as a jugger stitch device, This is from Zimmer Biomet. Okay. This is also a meniscus repair all inside device. You can adjust the depth from here like this. Okay, same as we are doing it here. But the difference is here the device is a fiber stitch. So it's a all suture all inside device. The anchor is peak here. Here the anchor is a suture. So this is a all suture kind of a device. So one shot, again it is the same, one shot and second shot. But the anchor which is on the back of the meniscus will be a suture material. Okay. This is from Arthrex. This is again a device which is a all inside device. So again it has, you can just load it and then push it once and second. So again the same device, it has got a firm handle. It has got similar, but the disadvantage in this is it is little more bulkier as compared to the competition. So if you see the fast fix, if you see air, it is little bulkier. So it's little more profile. But otherwise it is the same. This is called as a fiber stitch. It is from Arthrex. So these are all the meniscus repair all inside devices that we can use. Now can you identify this one?
Scorpion needle.
So this is a scorpion needle. So scorpion is again a very good device. Knee scorpion is a very good device for meniscus repair. So what you can do is you can pass the sutures in the meniscus and then tie them. So again for all inside meniscus repair, knee scorpion is a very good device. You can do a lot of meniscus repair by using a knee scorpion device. Okay. Now we'll be coming to the anchors. So this is basically a prototype of anchor. These both are peak anchors basically. If you see, so these are peak anchors. This is a 3 mm anchor. This is a 4.75 anchor. So there are two variables here. You can get a 5.5 and you can get a 4.75, and they have a different anchor. So these are a peak anchor with a differential pitch, cancellous and cortical differential pitch. Here again there is a peak anchor here. So these anchors can be used for rotator cuff repair. My first preference in the rotator cuff repair is a peak anchor. You can use a all suture anchor also, but all suture anchor will depend, the hold will depend on the bone quality on the cortex. Here it will be the cancellous cortical both. So this is first preference. Otherwise you can use this kind of a all suture, and this is the inserter for a all suture anchor for a cuff. Can you identify this anchor? This is from Depimite, and this is called as a helix anchor. And it comes in two variables, helix BR and helix peak. BR is a bioacryl rapid material which is sort of absorbable, and then peak is peak. The other difference which Depimite offers is a orthocord suture. See, all other sutures that we are using in all other anchors are basically made up of UHMWP, ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, which is a non-absorbable suture. So either 2 number, 1 number, whatever, but it is non-absorbable. Orthocord is a partially absorbable suture. So the knot will resorb partially over time. So the irritation of the knots will be less with these kind of anchor. So this is called as a helix group of anchors. So orthocord suture is a partially absorbable suture, orthocord. This is a property of a Depimite. Okay. What is this anchor? If you can just see. So this is a multi-fix ultra anchor. This is from Smith & Nephew. It is a lateral row anchor. It is basically you can take 2 + 2, so 4 sutures can be taken, and it's basically for the lateral row, and you can do tensioning from here. So it is a multi-fix ultra. Now this is a newer anchor which has been launched by Smith & Nephew for a lateral row. This is called as a helicoid knotless, and this has got two mechanisms for tensioning, this black and this orange. So first you will tension the black one, and then you will tension the orange one after inserting of the, this has got an awl. After that awl you have to insert this anchor, rotate the black one first and then rotate the orange one first, and this will give you a very good compression. So this is the latest anchor from Smith & Nephew that is called as a helicoid knotless. Now this anchor per se is the helicoid. This is a regular helicoid anchor. This is again from Smith & Nephew. The advantage is it is a hollow architecture. So what happens is you have a bone ingrowth inside the anchor. So inside this anchor the bone will ingrow, and that will increase the properties of the pull out of the anchor later on, and it has got more healing properties because the bone ingrowth will happen with time. So that is called as a helicoil anchor. So it is an open architecture, hollow sort of structure. It has a awl also which comes into it, and you can just fill it up with. So the anchor is basically only on the periphery. Rest of everything is hollow. So if you supposedly remove this anchor, it's very interesting. So if you remove this anchor like this, you can see that the whole anchor is hollow from inside. Okay. So this is a hollow open architecture which is associated with this particular anchor. Okay. This is called as a helicoil. Okay. Okay. Then what is this device and what is this used for?
Lasso passer.
So this is an ideal suture shuttle. This is again from Depumite. So this comes in various sizes. So this is a 45-degree ideal suture shuttle. The similar suture devices are also available in Smith & Nephew and Arthrex. Smith & Nephew is called as Acuflex passer, and the Arthrex one is a suture lasso. So this 45 degrees is actually almost equivalent to Arthrex 25 degrees. So this is company to company difference. But if you want to use a Depumite, you use a 45 degrees. If you want to use a Arthrex, it is 25 degrees. The 45 degrees is a little more curved than this. So for a Bankart, you use 45 degree if you are using a Depumite. If you are using an Arthrex, you use a 25 degrees. Okay. Now this is again an all suture device. This is launched by an Indian company. This is called as Seronix. This is a sure stitch. It is similar to the other devices. Again, it has got the similar mechanism. So you can adjust the depth of passage here by this, and then it is a pierce, load, and then fire. PLT or PLF. So pierce, then load from here, and then fire from here. Again, it is a peak based anchor, and you can the depth is adjusted from here. Okay. Now this is a lateral row anchor from Arthrex. This is called as a Swive lock anchor. So this is a lateral row anchor. The advantage of this as compared to multifix is you have an extra suture which you can use to tie the dog ears. You don't get it with multifix X and helicoil. So this extra suture you get. This is the advantage of using the Swive lock anchor. Okay. This is again a Swive lock. This is a mini Swive lock. So this is we use it for foot and ankle and other. So this is a mini Swive lock. This is a 3 mm Swive lock. This is a 5.5 mm Swive lock. So this you use for a Brostrom procedure in the foot or some small joints. You can use this anchor. Now what is this? Can you identify this system? So this is called as a mosaic plastic system. So in that OCD case you have fixed. So if you are not able to fix OCD, then you do a procedure which is called the OATS or a mosaic plastic. So this is an Arthrex equipment. You have a Smith & Nephew set also for mosaic, and this is a OATS mosaic plastic set for Arthrex. It comes in 3 sizes: 6 mm, 8 mm, and 10 mm. This is the 8 mm size, and you can do a mosaic sort of a tile appear. This has got this. So it has a donor, it has a recipient, and you take it from the donor side, and this is for the recipient, and then you plug it in. Now this procedure, mosaic plasty, you can do arthroscopic as well. So the system is compatible with arthroscopic surgery, and you can do it in open also. If you are not well versed with arthroscopic procedure because needs a little bit of skill, then you can just do a local arthrotomy, and you can use the same system to do a same procedure with a mini open technique using a OATS harvester. Okay. Now this is a mini push lock system, or a push lock system. So this is a lateral row anchor for a small. So if you want to use it for a, let's say you want to use it for a Bankart knotless repair, or if you want to do a knotless repair for small joints, so you can use this. Swive lock is a little bit larger anchor. Push lock is a smaller anchor. Swive lock is a rotation based anchor. This is a push based anchor. So this is the difference between both of them. Are lateral row anchors, but this is a push based smaller anchor. Bankart, slab, you can do it, and this is more for cuff and larger joints. Okay, any questions in these instruments? Okay, thank you.